Welcome to Lexopedia, where we delve into the captivating narratives of history. Today, we journey back to the 16th century, to a time when the bustling port of Manila stood as a beacon of trade and culture in Southeast Asia. But have you ever wondered how this vibrant city became entwined with the vast Spanish Empire? Our story centers on a pivotal moment in Philippine history, the Spanish conquest of Manila. This event marked a turning point, shaping the destiny of the archipelago for centuries to come. Join us as we explore the clash of civilizations, the bravery of resistance, and the lasting legacy of this pivotal era. Get ready to explore the fascinating story of Raja Suleiman, the valiant ruler who dared to challenge the might of the Spanish Empire, and the battle that forever changed the course of Philippine history. If you'd like this video, press the like button and subscribe to Lexopedia. Before the arrival of the Spanish, Manila was a thriving hub in a network of Southeast Asian trade. Imagine a bustling port city, its shores teeming with ships laden with exotic goods from distant lands, silks from China, spices from the Moluccas, gold from Borneo. Manila, ruled by local chiefs known as Rajas, was a melting pot of cultures, a testament to the vibrant exchange of goods and ideas that characterized this era.
The people of Manila, known as Tagalogs, lived in organized settlements called barangays. Each barangay was governed by a datu, or chieftain, who held authority over their community. Life in pre-colonial Manila was deeply intertwined with the natural world, with fishing and agriculture forming the backbone of their economy.
The Tagalogs were skilled artisans, crafting intricate jewelry, weaving colorful textiles, and building impressive boats called caracoas. Their belief system, rooted in animism, revered spirits and deities that inhabited the natural world. Social structures were hierarchical, with a strong emphasis on kinship and community ties. But this vibrant tapestry of life was about to be forever altered by the arrival of a powerful force from across the Pacific, the Spanish conquistadors.
Driven by the insatiable thirst for gold, glory, and the desire to spread Christianity, the Spanish set their sights on the riches of the East. Led by the ambitious explorer Ferdinand Magellan, the first Spanish expedition landed on Philippine shores in 1521. Magellan's arrival, however, was short-lived. He met his end on the shores of Mactan, defeated in a fierce battle against the local chieftain, Lapu-Lapu.
Despite this initial setback, the Spanish were undeterred. Decades later, a new expedition led by Miguel López de Legazpi set sail from Mexico with a clear objective: to establish a permanent Spanish presence in the Philippines. Legazpi's arrival in 1565 marked the beginning of a new era, one that would see the archipelago drawn into the vast Spanish Empire. Little did the inhabitants of Manila know that their world was about to change forever. The arrival of the Spanish would usher in a period of profound transformation, challenging their way of life, their beliefs, and their very identity.
Long before the Spanish galleons sailed into Manila Bay, the city already shimmered as a jewel of Southeast Asia. Nestled at the mouth of the Pasig River, Manila possessed a natural harbor that drew traders and travelers. Imagine a vibrant waterfront, alive with the sights and sounds of commerce. Chinese junks laden with silks and porcelain, anchored alongside Malay proas carrying spices.
The Pasig River, a lifeline of the city, bustled with activity. Bancas navigated its waters, ferrying goods and people. The riverbanks teemed with markets where merchants bartered and children laughed.
Manila's strategic location, at the crossroads of trade routes, fueled its growth and prosperity. However, the winds of change were about to sweep across Manila Bay. Manila's pre-colonial society was a vibrant blend of cultures, a testament to centuries of interaction and exchange. The city's location at the heart of Southeast Asian trade routes ensured a constant flow of goods, ideas, and people.
Chinese merchants established thriving communities, influencing cuisine and commerce.
Malay traders brought valuable goods, language, customs, and Islamic faith. Despite foreign influences, indigenous culture remained strong and vibrant. At the helm of pre-colonial Manila stood the Rajas, powerful rulers who navigated trade, diplomacy, and defense. These were not monarchs in the European sense, but leaders who commanded respect through lineage and charisma. They ensured the well-being of their people.
The Rajas inherited a legacy of leadership intertwined with the city's strategic importance. Their lineage traced back to earlier rulers who established trade relations and repelled conquests.
They maintained alliances through diplomacy, marriages, and tributes. Recognizing the importance of harmonious relationships with powerful neighbors, the Raja's authority extended beyond political matters. They were patrons of the arts, supporting artisans and craftsmen. Their courts were centers of artistic expression. The Rajas of Manila, custodians of heritage and prosperity, faced the challenge of safeguarding their city's independence. A new power, driven by conquest, was about to alter Manila's destiny forever. In pre-colonial Manila, Raja Suleiman emerged as a formidable leader, synonymous with courage, diplomacy, and fierce determination. Respected by his people and acknowledged by neighboring kingdoms, he faced the Spanish conquest with unwavering resolve. The Spanish arrival threatened Manila's way of life. Suleiman fortified defenses and forged alliances, refusing to bow to foreign domination. Known as the Lion of Manila, he symbolized resistance against European colonialism. A legacy forged in resistance, defiance against the Spanish. As Spanish ships approached Manila Bay, Raja Suleiman faced a defining moment. He knew the forces were formidable, armed with cannons and muskets. Yet, he refused to cower.
My courage will resonate throughout Manila.
He summoned his advisors and devised a strategy. Raja Suleiman knew he couldn't defeat the Spanish in open naval warfare. Instead, he focused on fortifying Manila's defenses. He ordered the construction of palisades along the shores.
Rally my warriors, arm yourselves with spears and swords, prepare for close quarters combat.
He sent emissaries to neighboring rulers. Some pledged their support, recognizing the threat of a Spanish victory. The stage was set for a confrontation that would determine the fate of Manila. Raja Suleiman, standing defiant, embodied the spirit of resistance. The battle lines are drawn, preparing for the inevitable. The year 1570 marked a pivotal moment in Philippine history. News of the impending invasion spread through the city like wildfire.
I understand the gravity of the situation. The Spanish, fresh from their conquest of Cebu, are a force unlike any Manila has ever encountered.
Their thirst for gold and glory painted a grim picture for the defenders of Manila. Yet, Raja Suleiman refused to yield to despair. He would make the Spanish pay dearly for every inch of Manila soil. His words ignited a fire in the hearts of his men. They would fight for their families, their honor, and the very soul of Manila. The battle lines were drawn, the stage set for a clash of civilizations. The outcome would determine the course of history for an entire archipelago. A city under siege, the Spanish arrival and initial skirmishes. The Spanish fleet under Miguel López de Legazpi arrived on May 19, 1570, casting a long shadow over Manila Bay.
We are determined to establish a permanent Spanish presence in the Philippines. Manila, with its strategic location and thriving trade, is the ultimate prize.
Legazpi demanded Manila's surrender, promising lenient treatment for those who submitted but threatening brutal retribution for resistance.
Realizing that a direct assault on Manila would be costly, I opt for a different strategy. Order the ships to bombard the city from afar.
The thunderous roar of Spanish artillery echoed across the bay, setting fire to wooden structures and marking the beginning of Manila's siege. The Spanish assault on Manila intensified, their cannons unleashing a relentless barrage that reduced buildings to rubble and set the city ablaze.
My face was grim but resolute as I directed my warriors. We fought desperately to repel the invaders, outnumbered and outgunned, but with the ferocity of cornered tigers.
Juan de Salcedo's forces attacked from the south, catching the Filipinos off guard.
Despite our valiant efforts, we were overwhelmed by the sheer force of the Spanish assault. Our bamboo palisades crumbled under the onslaught.
As the battle raged, a fire swept through Manila, adding to the chaos and confusion.
Witnessing the destruction of my city, I made the agonizing decision to withdraw. We vowed to continue our resistance and keep the flame of freedom burning.
The sun rose on a smoldering Manila, the once proud city now scarred by battle and consumed by fire.
Victorious but weary from the fight, I wasted no time in asserting Spanish authority over the conquered city. Manila would be the new capital of our colony.
The Spanish set about rebuilding the city according to their own vision, with churches and convents rising from the ashes.
The Filipinos who remained in Manila faced an uncertain future, now subjects of the Spanish crown.
Some chose to cooperate with the new rulers, while others harbored a simmering resentment that would erupt into open rebellion.
The Battle of Manila marked a turning point in Philippine history, the beginning of centuries of Spanish colonial rule.
The enduring symbol, Raja Suleiman in the Filipino consciousness.
In the hearts and minds of the Filipino people, he transformed from a ruler facing insurmountable odds into a symbol of resistance against colonial oppression.
Over time, Raja Suleiman's story has been passed down through generations, evolving into a powerful narrative of courage and the fight for freedom.
His defiance ignited a spark of resistance that would flicker and flare in various uprisings throughout the centuries of Spanish domination.
While history books often portrayed Raja Suleiman as a rebellious chieftain, the Filipino people recognized him as a defender of their homeland.
The image of Raja Suleiman became a potent symbol of Filipino pride and resistance, a reminder of their rich history and deep connection to their land.
Seeds of resistance, the battle's impact on future generations.
Raja Suleiman's defiance served as an enduring example for future generations of Filipinos who would take up arms against colonial oppression.
Each act of resistance carried within it the echoes of Raja Suleiman's stand against the conquistadors.
While the Spanish sought to portray their conquest as a righteous mission, the memory of the Battle of Manila served as a constant reminder of the violence and subjugation that underpinned colonial rule.
The Filipinos preserved their cultural identity through music, dance, and storytelling, often incorporating themes of resistance and the struggle for freedom.
The Battle of Manila became a touchstone for Filipino identity, a reminder of their shared past and their collective struggle for self-determination.
Reclaiming the narrative from conquistador chronicles to Filipino history.
Raja Suleiman, in Spanish narratives, was often relegated to the role of a minor chieftain, his defiance quickly crushed by the superior might of Spain.
As the Philippines progressed towards independence, a new generation of Filipino historians emerged, determined to reclaim their history and tell their own stories.
These historians highlighted the strategic brilliance of Raja Suleiman's defense and the courage of the Filipino warriors who fought alongside him.
They reframed the narrative, shifting the focus from the Spanish perspective of conquest to the Filipino experience of resistance and the fight for freedom.
The Battle of Manila, once a symbol of defeat, has been transformed into a testament to the enduring spirit of the Filipino people.
From ashes to empire, the rise of Spanish Manila.
Stone fortresses rose along the shores of Manila Bay, a constant reminder of Spanish military might.
Manila transformed from a center of Southeast Asian trade to a colonial outpost, a hub for the galleon trade linking Spain's American colonies to the riches of the Orient.
The Spanish established a hierarchical social structure that privileged those of European descent.
Manila attracted settlers from Spain and its American colonies, becoming a melting pot of cultures.
The Spanish language, Catholicism, and European customs intertwined with existing Filipino traditions, creating a distinct cultural hybridity that would define Filipino identity for centuries to come.
A clash of faiths, the spread of Christianity, and the transformation of Filipino society. The Spanish, driven by a fervent belief in the universality of the Catholic faith, embarked on a mission to convert the indigenous population.
Friars, often accompanying conquistadors, played a pivotal role, establishing missions and seeking to supplant traditional beliefs.
Filipinos, many of whom adhered to animistic beliefs, did not readily abandon their traditions.
The Spanish often adapted Catholic practices to existing beliefs, incorporating indigenous rituals into Christian ceremonies. This syncretism resulted in a unique form of Filipino Catholicism, characterized by vibrant festivals and a deep reverence for saints.
The social and economic impact of Spanish rule. Spanish colonization brought significant changes but also sowed seeds of discontent, leading to a struggle for independence.
The encomienda system resulted in exploitation and abuse of the indigenous population. Forced labor, excessive taxation, and land grabbing led to widespread resentment.
The imposed social hierarchy created inequality, breeding resentment and fueling aspirations for self-rule.
The Catholic Church, despite providing social services, faced criticism for its vast landholdings and support for the colonial government. Filipinos were not passive subjects.
Numerous uprisings and revolts erupted, challenging Spanish authority and demanding greater autonomy. Raja Suleiman's enduring legacy. Raja Suleiman's stand against the Spanish continues to resonate throughout Philippine history.
His courage and strategic brilliance have cemented his place as a national hero. His story serves as a reminder that resistance against oppression takes many forms.
Even in defeat, the spirit of defiance can inspire future generations. The echoes of his resistance can be heard in the countless acts of courage that have shaped the Philippines. Manila transformed from pre-colonial port to colonial capital. The Battle of Manila marked a profound turning point in the history of the Philippines, ushering in an era of Spanish colonial rule that would last for over 3 centuries.
The bustling port city that had once thrived as a center of Southeast Asian trade was reshaped according to the vision of its new conquerors. Spanish architecture, with its grand churches, imposing government buildings and fortified walls, came to define the cityscape of Manila, reflecting the power and influence of the Spanish Empire.
The introduction of Christianity, the spread of the Spanish language, and the imposition of a new social and economic order left an indelible mark on Filipino culture and identity.
Yet, even amidst the profound transformations brought about by Spanish colonization, the spirit of the pre-colonial past lingered. The Filipinos, known for their resilience and adaptability, wove their own cultural threads into the fabric of colonial society, creating a unique blend of indigenous traditions and Spanish influences.
The memory of Raja Suleiman's resistance, passed down through generations, served as a reminder of their ancestors' struggle for freedom and fueled aspirations for self-determination. The seeds of nationalism, sown in the ashes of the Battle of Manila, would eventually blossom into a powerful movement that would challenge Spanish rule and ultimately lead to the birth of an independent Philippine nation. Your journey through history, a call to explore more. As we conclude our exploration of Raja Suleiman, the battle for Manila, and the dawn of Spanish colonization in the Philippines, we invite you to delve deeper into the rich tapestry of history. This story, filled with courage, resistance, and the complexities of cultural exchange, is just one chapter in the ongoing saga of the Filipino people. We encourage you to seek out more stories, to uncover the hidden narratives that have shaped the Philippines we know today, explore the legacy of Spanish colonialism, the rise of Filipino nationalism, and the ongoing struggle for social justice and equality. Discover the vibrant tapestry of Filipino culture, its art, music, cuisine, and traditions that have endured through centuries of change. If you enjoyed this journey into the past, please like this video, leave a comment below, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to Lexopedia. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on our upcoming explorations of history's most captivating stories. Until next time, keep exploring the world, one story at a time.